All right, so today we're comparing two interpretations of Bond Number Nine's Greenwich Village. One of them I've already actually mentioned on the channel before or have done like a review of, and this is the Avenue London from Grandeur Elite. The newest one though that I have is from Joe Milano, and this is a part of their Game of Spade line, and this is Game of Spades Win. So as you can see, man, the presentation on the Joe Milano is definitely going to be a lot better than what you would get with something like the Avenue, Avenue London. This is like a pretty hard, box or whatnot that has like a opening like that. As you can see, the fragrance bottle kind of sits in there. Whereas with the Grandeur Elite, this is just kind of like a paper box pretty much that the fragrance just slides out of. But you do have like this sort of textured design it goes around the entire box. I believe that's kind of like diamonds and clubs and stuff like that you see kind of repeating all along the box. And you can see here you've got the sort of spade here at the bottom. This is a parfum concentration. And you've got nothing really on the sides other than those designs, nothing on the tops or the bottom. And on the back, you've just got like the ingredients, QR code, barcode, stuff like that. And then again, you open the fragrance box up. You got Joe Milano Paris over here. And then you have the actual bottle. All right, so this is the bottle. As you can see, the bottle, it looks very similar to something like Game of Spades Wild Card. This one just has like a more kind of transparent sort of bottle as opposed to this one. But you can see the designs are, identical other than the color pretty much. The sprayer on this, it is a very nice, pressurized atomizer. So I do like that. And the caps on these Game of Spade fragrances, they don't really feel cheap. They do have, some, type of weight to them. So that definitely feels good in the hand as well. Again, as I stated, this is a parfum concentration. And it definitely, it does last like a parfum should. All right. Now, if you're not familiar with, the notes of Greenwich Village, the top notes of Greenwich Village are going to be lychee, cassis, mandarin orange, and then in the mid you have water lily, peony, and jasmine, and in the base you have ambroxan, praline, musk, vanilla, and oak moss. So the way that this fragrance comes off is, to me, it comes off very similar to something like Baccarat Rouge 540. So, that's going to be very apparent to anybody who has smelled Baccarat Rouge 540. You're going to immediately be reminded of something like Baccarat Rouge 540. The difference, though, with this fragrance is you're not getting like that kind of like burnt sugar sort of smell that you get from something like, Baccarat Rouge 540. There's no sort of saffron in this fragrance, so you're not getting that. And this is also going to come off as a lot more sort of floral, in my opinion, than what something like Baccarat Rouge 540 would. It definitely lighter, more floral, not in my opinion as sweet either as what Baccarat Rouge 540 would. But this to me is, I would say this is going to be a more sort of, I guess you could say more versatile version of the scent profile for the most part. Baccarat Rouge 540 is not necessarily something that I would want to wear maybe like in the summertime. I think that this scent profile is something that you could wear in the summer. Obviously, you would probably want to, go lighter on the sprays with this fragrance, but this is light enough and fresh enough, in my opinion, that you could wear this in warmer weather, as opposed to Baccarat Rouge, where, if you were going to wear it in warmer weather, it would probably be best to wear it, at night, once it's sort of cooled down. But And when it comes to how this fragrance, as well as this one, comes to like the original, in my opinion, the Game of Spades Win is going to be the clear winner over the Grandeur Elite. Now, the reasons for that, the Game of Spades Win, in my opinion, the florals in this fragrance are definitely higher quality than what they are in the Grandeur Elite. Now, to me, that's to be expected. The Grandeur Elite, I believe, normally goes for like around $30 or so, and this is a 100 ml bottle. Whereas the Game of Spades Win, this normally is like around $70 or so. So it's like double the price of what the Grandeur Elite is. Now, in my opinion, this is not as close of an inspiration to the original as what Game of Spades Wildcard is to Lafayette Street. The differences being in the immediate opening of Greenwich Village, I feel like I get a lot more of that kind of like bitter sort of cassis note within Greenwich Village. That to me definitely seems, more heavily emphasized than what it is in Game of Spades Win. Now, at least for me anyway, that's something that I prefer. That's the one sort of aspect of Greenwich Village that I really don't like. It really, I don't know, it kind of makes the fragrance smell really weird to me, like when you first spray it on in that opening spray. So I do like the fact that this fragrance doesn't have as much of that in the opening spray. Now, where this fragrance also differs from Greenwich Village is, in my opinion, it still is not able to, kind of live up to like the quality of like what the florals are in Greenwich Village from Bond Number 9. To me, the quality of the florals are slightly lower than, in the Game of Spades Win than what they are in Greenwich Village. And then obviously, definitely the florals are going to be, even lower quality in this fragrance than what they are in, the Game of Spades Win as well as the Greenwich Village. Now, this fragrance, though, in my opinion, overall, it is very much, it's way more higher quality, in my opinion, than the Grandeur Elite fragrance is. In terms of like the actual performance of the fragrance, the performance on this is also going to be a lot better as well. I get a lot better projection out of this fragrance than what I get from the Grandeur Elite, the Avenue London. This to me when compared to like the original fragrance and even, the Game of Spades Win, this is just toned down a lot more, in my opinion, than what the Game of Spades Win is. This is strong enough to where you can go nose blind to it. This one really, to me, is not. That's one difference that I get from the two fragrances. And obviously the original fragrance, that also, if you spray too much of it on, you can get some nose blindness from that fragrance as well. Whereas, if you spray each one of these on, like your arm or something like that, and you make sure that you're consciously not like going in and just constantly smelling them. If you kind of smell each one by one, you can absolutely tell that this is, significantly weaker than what Game of Spades Win is, as well as the original fragrance. So definitely this one wins on in terms of the projection. The longevity is also better as well. So this one I'm easily getting 12 plus hours with, easily, as well as the original fragrance. This one is still going to be a very good performing fragrance. I would say like around that 8 to 9 hour mark or so. But again, it's just not going to be as good as what the Game of Spades Win is. Now, I would say if you already have the Grandeur Elite Avenue London and you're happy with the way that this one smells, then I don't think it makes sense for you to go out and spend $70 on this fragrance of the same scent profile, you know, just because this one is higher quality. I think, you know, once you finish this fragrance, then, you know, definitely look into, you know, maybe upgrading to the Game of Spades Win. But again, if you already have this, you know, this one, yes, it does smell better, but I don't think that it warrants or justifies you, you know, like paying double the price for it when you already have, you know, like a full bottle of this. All right. So I would again say finish this bottle and then look into, you know, getting something like this, because again, this one will definitely be a lot closer to this, you know, original scent profile, in my opinion, and higher quality. But, you know, again, not as close, in my opinion, to the original fragrance as what this one is to the original. All right. So again, if you like that sort of, you know, Baccarat Rouge 540, you know, sort of scent profile, but, you know, with a slightly sort of lighter, more floral, almost kind of fruitier sort of feel to it, this is definitely going to be, you know, the scent profile that you'll want to look into for sure. And then in terms of, you know, how close this comes to the original, if I'm going to give it a rating on a scale from 1 to 100, this one I would say is about, you know, 92% close pretty much to the original. Like I said, you do have those differences in the quality of the florals, especially in the dry down of the two fragrances. This one is going to be slightly lower quality in terms of the florals. And then, you know, in that immediate opening, like I said, it tones down that cassis note a lot, which is something that I like about, you know, this fragrance here. And then if I'm going to give this one an overall rating, this would easily be, I would say, like a 8.5 out of 10. This fragrance, like I said, it has, you know, in my opinion, better versatility than, you know, the Baccarat Rouge 540 scent profile has. So I could see myself wearing this one, you know, more often than what I would wear something like Amber Oud Rouge from Al Haramain, which is their take on, you know, Baccarat Rouge. But, you know, it's still going to be kind of within that sort of same scent, you know, family for the most part. All right. So I do absolutely recommend this one, you know, if you're looking for a really high quality, you know, interpretation of Greenwich Village. Then, you know, if you don't mind spending, you know, around that $70 mark or so, then definitely pick this one up. But if you are someone that's a little bit more budget conscious, and, you know, for like an inspiration fragrance, you're not really looking to spend more than like about $30 to $40, then the Grandeur Elite Avenue London is going to be your best choice. All right. So that's my take on Game of Spades Win, you know, as well as Grandeur Elite's Avenue London, just kind of comparing these two to the original. Let me know in the comments what you all think about these fragrances, especially the Game of Spades Win from Joe Milano. Let me know if you all agree with my assessment of this fragrance and how close I feel that it comes to the original. And also, if you're brand new to the channel, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe. And again, that's Jamar from Vegas Scents. I'll see you on the next video.